Space Station Delta, the jump-off point for humanity's first momentous journey to the stars. The lightship Altares, the first of its kind to harness the limitless power of the photon, particles of light which can boost the ship to 186,000 miles per second, the speed of light. This could create the effects predicted by Einstein's theory of relativity, effects that could shrink the very fabric of space, distort time, and perhaps alter the structure of the universe as we understand it, effects which no man has yet experienced, and you will share it. The crew are arriving from Earth. They will be the first to fulfill man's dream to break out into deep space, to leave the world we call Earth, a tiny planet circling a small, cool star we call the Sun. One of some 200 billion suns in our galaxy, the Milky Way, which we call the stars. And our galaxy, just one among billions strewn throughout the infinity of space, the universe. A universe not only stranger than we imagine, but stranger than we can imagine. The crew are docking. What dangers will they face when they take this first giant leap into the unknown? For the first stage of their mission, they will journey to Alpha Centauri, the nearest star to our own solar system, a mere 24 million miles from Earth. Einstein's time dilation effect could create immense human problems for the crew. On their return, they could find that 30 years may have elapsed, while they will have been away for only a fraction of that time. To avoid the frightening dilemma of adult crew members returning to find their children as old, if not older, than they are, they will now travel as complete family units. Well, with one exception.
Goodbye, Spring. Be good. You'll take care of her, won't you, sir?
Of course I will, Jane.
All set?
All set.
Crew stand by for pre-flight checks.
Power.
Internal.
Guidance system.
Active.
And link to main computer.
Link up.
Atmosphere.
Balanced and stable.
Artificial gravity.
9.4 degrees Earth relative.
Human stress factor.
Stress factor normal.
Time to lift off.
Computed. 320 seconds.
Countdown continues.
Activate navigation codes.
Navigation codes activated.
And check radiation screens.
Radiation screens operative.
Checks complete.
How do we look, Delta?
Pretty good, Altares. All systems go. We're just running a final check on your telemetry systems.
Visual.
This is it, Harry. For the last time, good luck and goodbye.
Till we meet again.
Well, I May not be around when you youngsters return. Old age could have got me or something.
You, Jim, you're indestructible.
Don't be too sure. We armchair pilots have our problems too, you know. We'll maintain satellite link-up for as long as possible so that you can see how you look from the cameras in space. Well, good luck. Until we meet again.
Goodbye, Jim.
Bye,
Strap in.
Telemetry check positive. Liftoff in 60 seconds. Liftoff in 30 seconds. 25 seconds. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
Reignition.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ignition.
Ignition.
You're looking good, Altares. Course confirmed.
Rotate particle scoop to 317.
Three 317.
Activating photon drive. Stand by.
You're looking good, Altares. Acceleration effect is as predicted. You are well into the red spectrum of the Doppler shift. I know you are all under severe G-force stress, but if you can look at your screens, you'll see that the illusion of the ship crabbing is as predicted by Einstein's theory. We're losing you. We're losing link-up. Goodbye, Altares.
Hey, you all right?
Well, the acceleration nearly flattened me.
Well, we had some pretty hectic forces working on us.
0.5 degree error.
Yeah, sure, right. Schedule again to 0.5 degree error on launch.
Compute corrections and feed them in, Tom.
Looks like we're on our way. There's a big blue planet coming up to us now. It's Pluto, and it isn't really blue. We're traveling so fast that the light waves get squashed up to the short end of the spectrum, so it only looks blue. As it recedes, you'll see it turn red. It's called the Doppler shift. Navigators, you think you know it all? Just enough to get us where we're going. Pluto. Goodbye, solar system. Captain, course alteration 7 degrees port.
7 degrees port. What's up?
Unidentified objects ahead, probably a meteorite shower. They're beautiful. And dangerous. One of those hit us who wouldn't even know it.
David, if everything goes well when we get to Alpha Centauri, would you really want to go further?
Well, I told the selection board I did.
You haven't answered my question.
Yes, I do want to know what's out there in space. Just imagine. There are something like 1 million Earth-type planets in the Milky Way alone. Sometime I'd like to land on just one of them.
I think I'd like to get back to Earth before it changes too much. I mean, 30 years. It's a long time, isn't it?
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you work here or are you just window shopping?
Dad.
The crew of the Alteres has little time to express the sense of profound wonder they feel at seeing what no man has ever seen before. Their heavy program of scientific work has first priority. They launch satellites. These will transmit invaluable data, which, in years to come, will help future travelers to enter and explore the Alpha Centauri solar system. They are also aware that the scientific work they now do could bring immeasurable benefits to their own planet, Earth. They come from a world where natural resources have been squandered, where pollution and the haphazard destruction of the environment has put the future of humanity into jeopardy. The performance of the Alteres has been tested and proved successful. The crew can now choose to return to Earth or penetrate deeper into the galaxy. Already Einstein's time dilation effect has created a widening gap between the relative ages of the crew and the people of Earth. Meanwhile, the work continues, and as in all space projects, timing is critical.
Well, we've done it. And we're bang on schedule.
Stand by for Earth link-up.
Hello, Alteres. This signal is traveling at the speed of light and was transmitted from Earth 100 days after your departure. Since your velocity was slightly less than 186,000 miles per second, it was computed to catch up with you on completion of your work program in the vicinity of Alpha Centauri. The time has now come for you to make a heart-rending decision, whether to return to Earth or to move deeper into space to your second objective. Whatever your decision is, all the nations on Earth will remember your achievements with pride and affection. Good luck to you all. End of Delta transmission.
Well, which is it to be? Now, you all know the rules. One dissenting voice, and we return.
Forward.
I agree.
Count me in, Skipper.
Jane.
Yes, let's go on.
Okay. We go on.
Entering gravitational field of the nearest stars.
Switching to computer guidance system.
Altera is now under automatic computer guidance.
Are we holding course?
Course stable.
Double and triple star systems inside that cluster. So hang on. We could be in for some gravitational turbulence. Course holding.
The computer's happy?
Those suns. I know we're close to them. They look so small.
Oh, some of them are larger than our own sun. It's our relative velocity that's shrinking them up.
Just as Einstein predicted.
What a genius he was. He predicted all this before we'd even learn to fly, let alone travel through space. Anna? Was his theory of relativity his life work?
Oh, no, it's just a small part of it. He spent the last 20 years of his life in America, working on an even more fantastic project, the unified field theory. But he died before he could complete it.
Malfunction on computer guidance system. Switch to backup.
Backup!
Meteorite shower.
Off course 3 degrees.
Photon cut in. It just cut in.
Backup systems blown.
Guidance system's gone.
Skipper, cover drive.
Leakage is jammed. Jane, activate failsafe system. There's no way. I can't cut the drive. You just keep on accelerating.
We can't just keep on accelerating. I mean, nothing can travel faster than light. Can it, Dad?
That's what the theory says.
Forget the theory. Strap in.
Jane. Jane.
Dad.
Hi.
The photon stopped.
Uh-huh. Failsafe cut back in. Put the drive in a reverse thrust.
Are you all right?
Yeah. How's Mother?
Easy. Easy, sweetheart. You all right?
Children.
They're all right.
No power at all now. That wild acceleration must have burnt out some of the drive units. What have we got?
Space-time coordinates are gone.
Gone. Oh, that's great. So now we've got no idea how long we've been unconscious or how far we've traveled.
But at least the life support systems are working.
Well, that's something. Tom, can you get a fix on our position?
I can't do it, Skipper. The computer can't recognize any of the stars out there.
Well, that's impossible. It'd mean we're off course by billions of miles.
That's right.
What about Space Beacon Delta? Couldn't we get a fix on that?
How about it, Tom?
We could try. But finding that beacon is like hunting for a needle in a billion haystacks. Now, I've got to face it, Skipper, we're lost.
Yeah, and we're gonna stay lost without that photon drive. Anne, what's the heat level like inside the chamber?
I'll check it. The drive's shut down, so there's no radiation hazard. Heat insulation's weakened. It's like a furnace in there.
Okay, we wait till it cools.
I wouldn't wait too long, Skipper. The old tower's just caught in the gravitational pull of that sun out there.
Right, we go in now.
In that heat? Well, how long do you think you'll survive?
You tell me.
Well, if you wear the heat suit, about 15 minutes, no more.
Right, we go in relay. I go first. Tom, you and Anna get all the dope you can on that rate of drift, will you?
Right, Skip.
Jane, come and help me into my suit.
Harry, I mean it, 15 minutes maximum.
Dad, you will be careful now, won't you? No risks.
Sure. I'll be careful.
We don't want to lose our captain, do we?
Well, here we go.
Tom? What have you got?
Well, our rate of drift is steadily increasing. We're a long way from the point of no return. How about you?
I've been taking readings on the red sun. Just not adding up.
Let me see.
Well, comparing it with our own Earth sun, its radius is 10,000 times larger. Its mass is only twice as large, and its density, now this is the incredible thing, its density is less than a millionth of our own. I don't like it. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, it's unstable, that's for sure. Dangerous, even. Anna, these figures speak for themselves. It's increased surface temperature, abnormal expansion rate. The sun, it's just about had it. Skipper?
Tom? I fixed the linkage system. Insulation had overheated. One of these drive units. It's completely burnt out.
Can you replace it?
Yeah, if I can get it out. It's fused in solid.
How long?
Well, I'm not hanging about, that's for sure. But if I can't get it fixed in time, Tom, you'll have to take over.
All right, Skipper. David, leave that and check our rate of drift. And we'd better set a full sensor analysis to watch that sun right away.
It's a red giant, isn't it? Dying star.
It looks like it.
That means it could explode at any minute.
Or next month, or next year. It is unstable, Jane. But it could stay as it is for 100 years.
It's taking him a long time, isn't it?
Tom,
Eh? What is it?
it's massive neutrino emissions from the red sun.
That's it. It's going to be a supernova.
Supernova? That's about the most colossal explosion that ever was.
Yes, we're smack in the middle.
We must tell the captain.
No! You tell him we'll stay in there. He'll take the risks.
Jane, we're all at risk.
Skipper. Now listen, we better get the ship away from here. That red sun, it's about to blow.
How much time?
Minutes, Skipper, just minutes. Can you do it?
Yeah.
But he's got to come out!
He's got to fix the float and drive, Jane.
Couldn't we use the rocket motors?
No, they're not strong enough. They'd never pull us clear.
Take it easy, honey. We're almost there.
Jane, when we were in training...
I know, they told us it's dangerous. I just didn't think it could happen. Not to us.
It hasn't yet.
I'm all right.
Harry, come out. I'll take over.
Nearly finished.
Skipper, you're beyond the limit.
Yeah. You think I don't know that?
It's happening.
You better get in your positions.
Stay with us.
Oh, Jane, it's too hot. Stay there.
We fixed it, Tom. We fixed it.
Better get this ship out of here. Jane, get going. Kate, I said go. Get this ship moving. Anna, go with her. You all right, Skipper? Yeah.
Easy now. Where do you think you're going? Come on, sit down. How do you feel?
Never better.
Hand first.
How are we doing?
No damage, and we're clear.
Oh, good. Where's Jane?
Piloting.
Oh, good girl.
Dad, I was so frightened.
Skipper, a signal. We're picking up a signal.
Could be just a pulsar. No, it's Delta Beacon.
Quick, David, feed it into the computer before we lose it.
Confirmed.
It is Delta. David, compute date code. signal was transmitted 15 years after we left Earth. That's right. Skipper, that means that we can now work out our position relative to Earth.
It's the first real break we've had, Tom. Give us our course. We're going home.
Anna. Dr. Bowen. I said we're on our way. What is it, sweetheart?
15 years, Tom. Well, my parents, your father, they'll be old. Even dead by now.
Anna, we're going home.
Yes, Tom. We're going home.
Course steady at 9.6 degrees.
9.6 degrees, are you sure?
Well, that's what I set it at.
Skipper, we're off course. Alter to 4.2. Now, hold it, Skipper. We're coming under intense gravitational pull. Skipper, bear 3 degrees starboard and increase power. More power!
Can't break it.
What is it?
Anna, activate forward laser beam. A black hole. Skipper, a black hole. You've been pulled into a black hole.
Set tangential course bearing 30 degrees port. We're still held. Are we holding?
Maybe.
Anna, compute its mass. Find out what you can about it. Tom, lock on a Delta beacon. Transmit the location of the black hole.
Right.
Have we a chance?
I know so little about black holes, except that they're stars that have collapsed in on themselves. They not only bend light, they actually swallow it.
It's no good. We can't break free.
Harry, my instruments are all haywire, but I think that hole is rotating.
What does that mean?
It means we may have a chance. Some say that if you pass through a rotating black hole, you end up in a new universe. A new dimension, even. We don't know. But if we do survive this, there's no way back.
And if it's non-rotating?
Then we're crushed out of existence.
There's nothing more we can do. To escape, we'd have to travel faster than light. Now, you heard what Anna said. Nobody knows what it's like to travel through a black hole. So let's not panic. Just help each other all we can. And hope that we make it.
We've entered.
different part of the universe.
It's a new universe.
It's a new world. Looks like we get to visit a planet after all, David.
They have survived their journey through the black hole and crossed the frontiers of human knowledge. They know it is impossible to return to Earth and to their own space and time. They must now come to terms with their existence on the other side of a black hole. One thing is sure, this is not the final word. Not the end, but the beginning. A new universe, a new hope. Only time will tell.